Hi, I'm Meg, and welcome to my cottage. Today I wanted to show you this old-fashioned pretzel recipe that is a fail-safe if you ever need a good snack. Combine 1 1/4 cup of warm water and 1 tablespoon of dry active yeast together and proof 10 minutes. Add 3 1/2 cups of all-purpose flour and 1/4 cup of brown sugar to a bowl and stir them together. Grab your activated yeast and combine it slowly with your flour and brown sugar mixture. You can use a dough hook or an electric mixer for this, but I just like to do it with my hands. You'll end up with a rough dough like this. Then you'll want to flour your hands and begin to work your dough with them. This is not really a kneading, it's more of a squishing the dough together until you can form a ball like this. Drop that ball into a covered bowl and let it rest for 20 minutes. Then flour a work surface and drop your ball onto it. Separate the dough into 8 equal parts and form smaller balls with them. And then allow them to rest for 5 minutes. While the dough is resting, I go ahead and put on a large pot of water and 1/4 cup of baking soda to boil. Once the 5 minutes is up, I take each of these dough balls and roll them out into about 1 foot in length. And then shape them into the classic pretzel shape by kind of twirling the ends around each other twice and then connecting that at the bottom. Then each of these pretzels goes one by one into your baking soda boiling bath for 30 seconds on each side. I line them up on a prepared baking sheet and slather them with butter and drizzle them with salt and then pop them in the oven at 450 for about 10 to 15 minutes. And I am telling you guys, these are so good. This will change your life.
Have to get this off my chest. I'm telling you today that when I talk to you, oh, Cupid walks right through and shoots an arrow through my heart. And I sound like a loon, but don't you feel it to confess I loved you from the start.
White clover is an often overlooked edible and medicinal plant that grows in most yards. The entire plant is edible, including the stems, leaves, flowers, and seed pods. The leaves and flowers have a light, sweet taste. You can eat the flowers or leaves raw, or add to stir-fries, soups, etc. They can be dried and powdered to add a mild vanilla-like flavor to baked goods. Both can be used fresh or dried for making teas, tinctures, or infusions. Historically, infusions of the leaves were used to treat coughs, colds, and fevers. White clover has also been used internally and externally for rheumatism and gout. My favorite thing to make with white clover is white clover vanilla iced tea. To make, pick and wash 2 cups of fresh clover blossoms and leaves. Add to a quart jar and cover with 4 cups of boiling water. Stir, then let steep for 30 minutes to 2 hours. Strain, then sweeten to taste with maple syrup or sweetener of choice. Then stir in 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Refrigerate until chilled and then serve over ice.
This is the recipe for the high iron soup you need to eat on your period. So basically I just soaked these beans overnight, drained them and rinsed them. Now I'm adding 8 cups of water and a chopped up onion. You're going to bring this to a boil, and then once it's boiling, cover this and simmer on low for 90 minutes. Stir it periodically so it doesn't stick to the bottom, and then this is when I like to prep my kale. I try to shove as much kale in there as possible, rip it up in little pieces. This is where a lot of that plant iron is going to come from. So after the timer's up, add your kale, a can of diced tomatoes, garlic powder, chili powder, some smoked paprika. This came with like a vegan ham packet, so I added that in as well, and the juice of 1 lemon. Stir that up, cover it, and simmer it again for 30 minutes, and then it's all done. This is what it's going to look like. It is so good. I like to serve it with some basmati rice. And I eat this the entire week of my period to get all that good plant iron in. It is amazing.
Let's see what the garden will give us for a cocktail. Strawberries, of course. It is strawberry season. And let's grab some of this variegated basil. Thanks, Garden. Cheers.
Hi guys, I'm going to make a crispy rice salad and I'm in a really huge rush tonight.
Because she's got to make her level 2 Pilates.
No, it's not level 2.
Oh, someone's a liar.
I didn't say level 2, I said 1.5 because I'm going to cancel tomorrow's class. Anyway, I'm going to chop up these cucumbers right now, and I'm going to use, remember that chicken I told you about? I don't know if you know, but there's this really good chicken in Costco that in a pinch you can definitely use if you're running late. Really good on Yuka app, and there's no antibiotics in it, and it's all white meat. It's really, really good. So in Costco, put it in the air fryer at 400 for like 15 minutes. Wait for it to cool off, and then I'm gonna cut that up and put it in the salad as well. Just boil some lima beans. I'm gonna put lima beans in it. It's very high in protein, really good for you.
I'm snacking on gabardina.
We're making 2 cups of rice. You'll need 4 cups of water. Strain your lima beans.
Toasting some sesame seeds, which is optional.
Now we're going to make the dressing. So we need 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, a teaspoon of pepper, half a teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of rice vinegar,
Okay, now
about a half a tablespoon of honey, half a tablespoon of sesame oil, or a full one. Add to it half a tablespoon of this onion crunchy,
chili flakes,
half a teaspoon of garlic powder, and I'm adding a half a teaspoon of turmeric. Turmeric, whatever you people call it. Guys, I'm making 2 cups of rice, so I think I'm gonna double this dressing and add it in gradually. You could always save it. My toasted sesame seeds.
and there's your dressing. All right, now, what are you gonna do, Mom?
I'm gonna put this rice out on this parchment paper. We're gonna lay it out flat.
You should have put olive oil.
I will put the olive oil. Don't tell me how to cook, because I know. Put it in the oven.
Spread it all out.
I'm gonna put it in the oven. Oven is set to 400 right now because of my spaghetti squash. So I'm gonna leave it at that, and I'm gonna put this in for about 10 minutes and just keep a really close eye on it.
Or you could probably do 15.
Whatever, but I'm gonna keep a close eye on it because you know me with my burning situation.
Now you're gonna take this crunchy chili and you're just gonna like drop it onto the rice. This is spicy, so
Don't forget the dressing has it also, so it's gonna be really spicy.
Exactly. You don't want to put too much.
I want to drizzle some olive oil. That's not...
We just also topped it off with some olive oil, and now we're gonna place it in the oven. All right, we're taking the rice out.
So that was about 25 minutes.
Yeah, that's good.
Ready?
Crispy rice in the bowl.
Your lima beans, your cucumbers.
Avocados.
We have 3 avocados here.
And add your dressing on top. I would just pour the whole thing in. Cut up your chicken. Add the chicken.
Put them on.
Insane.
Yes.
Gas.
For all you moms out there that need a quick dish with everything in it, this salad is definitely the thing to do. And
You got protein, carb, vegetables. You don't need anything else.
Nope.
Today we're making a 20-minute creamy and spicy gochujang pasta that requires almost no prep time, so here's how to make it. I already boiled my pasta in only for 6 minutes, just so it's firm enough to finish cooking in our sauce later on. In a large pot, we're going to heat 2 tablespoons of our sesame oil over medium heat, and then we're going to add the white parts of our green onion and saute for 3 minutes on low to medium heat. And now we're going to add our red pepper flakes and cook for 30 seconds to release the flavor into our oil. And then we're going to add our gochujang to the pot, cooking for 2 to 3 minutes while stirring frequently to cook it down a bit and deepen the flavor. Lower the heat and add your soy sauce, honey, rice vinegar, and miso paste. Stir to combine, and then we're going to raise the heat back up to medium and let the sauce simmer for 1 minute to meld the flavors together. Add your reserved pasta water and your evaporated milk, mixing well until smooth. Add your drained pasta. I'm using bucatini, and we're going to toss to coat each strand in our sauce. Simmer the pasta in the sauce for about 5 minutes on medium heat until it's fully cooked and the sauce has beautifully coated our pasta. You can, of course, adjust the pasta water as needed for a silky consistency. And then we're going to turn off the heat, add in our 2 tablespoons of butter, tossing until melted and until our pasta has a beautiful shine. Lastly, garnish with some sesame seeds and green onions, and you're done.
Do you drink a lot of coffee and always end up with lots of used grounds? Well, this recipe is absolutely perfect for using them up. It makes a lovely Christmas or birthday gift, or you can enjoy it yourself. For those of you who don't know, my husband and I met while we were working as bartenders, and he is an exceptional mixologist. My favourite cocktail ever is an espresso martini, so this liqueur is perfect in our household, and we do go through quite a bit. You can alter the flavour however you like by adding cacao nibs or cinnamon to make it more of a Christmas warming spice to go in more festive cocktails, or you can enjoy it on its own like this as a little aperitif.
Hello travellers, and welcome back to the Copper Spoon Inn and Tavern. Now you might have noticed the wind outside is getting a bit chilly, so I got a nice drink for you. First thing we're going to have is our steamed milk, but we're going to take a couple of these delicious chocolates. These are truffles, a little expensive, but you're worth it. I'm going to put those in the cup first. Let's put a few. There we are. Right, now watch the magic happen. Now, after that's mixed and get the chocolate nice and incorporated into the hot milk, we're going to take 1 shot of our salted caramel whiskey right in there. Top that off rather nicely. Make sure you stir it in, don't be lazy. And then what hot chocolate is complete without a few marshmallows? If you're like me, you like just the right amount of marshmallows. A lot. There you go, traveller. I give to you salted caramel truffle hot chocolate. Enjoy.
Oui, la belle vie, on est seul, on est libre et on traîne. On s'amuse à passer sans peur du lendemain. Des nuits blanches